because I have a woman who's quite literally stalking me. I haven't filmed a get ready with me. I don't even know, like, look at how I'm sitting. So we're gonna be doing a little chit chat get ready with me, like I just told you in the intro. I had you guys asking questions on Instagram. This is why I say you should follow me on Instagram and stuff, because then you can like ask me things. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. So we're gonna be doing our makeup. I want this to be very efficient, okay? I've got my hair clipped back. I've got my bust down going on. It actually looks crazy. I haven't straightened my hair in like 3 weeks. How I get my roots flat? Somebody please let me know, because my hair is like, you see, why is it like that? Go down, but it won't. I have like a calic or something. So let's start priming, and then we're just gonna jump into the questions and jump into the chit chat. I'm gonna be answering some of you guys' questions, also just like rambling off at the top of my head because I just feel like rambling. I have no idea what the camera quality looks like because this is only my second time ever filming with this camera, and in my like viewfinder, I look gray. So I'm like, oh god, how am I gonna fix that? I don't know. So anyways, y'all, to start, before we jump into talking, I'm gonna put some moisturizer on. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. I actually just recently started using this because they reached out to do a sponsorship, and I really liked the product. This, y'all know the Belief moisturizer that I love so much? Girl, this is like a little doopy doop for that. It's literally the exact same. The smell is different. I don't know what the smell is. I hate the smell of this, but the moisturizer is really nice and it's affordable. Putting that all over. As y'all can see, the skin is like doing better. I did get this little pimple right here like yesterday, and I put this treatment on it. Girl, this morning when I woke up, it was so gigantic and white. I was like, I'ma pop it. Like, what I look like walking around with a big old white, please. So that got popped. Let's I'm so nervous. I don't even like know how to do my makeup either. Like, I have not done a beat in like a minute. I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna start with my brows. So I'm gonna use the Brow Wiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade medium brown. Big question in the room: how's New York? How do you like New York? What's going on with New York? Do you like New York? I don't really think New York fits you. Oh my god, so many opinions about New York. So I just want to jump in and say I absolutely adore New York. I absolutely love New York. Everything about New York is just like really doing it for me. I got a lot of like comments basically saying like New York doesn't fit you, you're too good for New York, you downgraded your life to go to New York, you were like a celebrity in Atlanta and now you're a nobody in New York, why would you do that? Just kind of like all of this commentary about essentially that going to New York just isn't a good thing, right? What I'm gonna do is just kind of like fill in my brows lightly. Y'all know I am still doing the minoxidil on my brows, and everyone's like, oh, can we get an update? I was trying to like go a couple of months before updating, but I don't know if the camera is picking it up. I don't know if y'all can see all this hair under here. This brow like this week really started going crazy, but it's not like where I want it. It's like really low, like down in here, and I want it like in the brow. So my brows are still like pretty fine and like thin, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep at it for a couple more months before I go and get them microbladed, because I'm really thinking about getting them microbladed. So the topic of conversation is basically you downgraded to go to New York. You gave up your Bentley to ride the subway. And like, I can understand why from the outside looking in someone might feel that way, but I think that is just such a big projection of what you would value in your life onto me. I just really realized how much people don't know me when they say things like, number one, you're too good for New York is so crazy. Like, I don't know who you think I am. I also don't know what you think New York is. Like, I think saying someone is too good for quite literally one of the most important cities in the world is like insane of a comment in my personal opinion. But okay, I can understand why someone would feel like it's a life downgrade, but I think that that's more about what you value in life and what you want and like. So I can understand why someone would feel like they wouldn't want to leave their $1 million 3-bedroom house and Bentley truck to go take the subway and live in an apartment in New York City. I can understand why someone would feel that way. I don't understand why someone would feel that way about everyone's living situation, including mine. And so with that being said, like, I just really don't think y'all know me, because people are like, you're too bougie for this. Bougie. I think that you guys have been so fooled by the glitz and glamour, and I don't know how, because I tell you and show you who I am, and it never gave bougie. Bougie, yes, by like, again, the glitz, the glamour, but I think sometimes maybe you're seeing but you're not hearing. When I be talking, y'all not listening. Y'all just like, oh, that looks pretty. Meanwhile, I'm saying some of the most gutterball stuff in the world. So yeah, I don't really understand that sentiment. I think, again, that's just a projection of who you think I am or who you would want me to be. And that kind of comes with the territory in this job. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more as well. I'm going to take some Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. Will this focus? So yeah, so like with that, I just feel like it's a really big projection. That's just not how I feel about it. Personally, my house in Atlanta, okay, you might have really liked it, but I think that someone who enjoyed being in that space probably would have finished decorating it. Guess who didn't decorate their house after living there for 5 years? I don't know. That's kind of like a telltale sign someone doesn't really like the space. I don't know. But then again, being there for 5 years kind of says you do like the space, right? Yeah. Anyways, it just wasn't for me. Like, it was cool. Glad I did it. Whatever. But like, I'm not attached to that. Also, it's my house. Like, if I want to move back in it, I literally can do it tomorrow. I can do it today. It's not a big deal. That's how I look at it. As far as the car thing goes, again, I think more people are just attached and put a lot of value on something more than I do. So like, don't get me wrong, absolutely loved that experience, getting that car and being able to drive that car, but it's not that serious. And if I wanted to drive it, I could get it tomorrow. I mean, I still have it. I still have it. That's what's crazy. Still have it. But if I wanted it, I don't have to get rid of it. That's a choice that I'm making. A choice that I feel like makes sense for me because I'm personally not that attached to it. It was cool. I would do it again. But like, I'm just like not attached to it that way. That is not the pinnacle for me. I can understand. I feel like people are speaking for themselves in the way that they view, again, like that's why I say projection, and I don't mean it in a negative way. It just is what it is. I'm not attached to it the same way that like I think a lot of other people are, and I can understand why people are. There are some people who literally have commented on my channel, I love coming on your channel and seeing you drive your truck. There are people who literally just want to watch it to see that. So when that's gone, it's kind of like, I don't really want to be here no more. Totally understand. Like, I think that makes sense. But to project and say that, like, downgraded, maybe in your eyes, maybe for the way that you would like to live your life. But for me, personally, no. I really feel like I upgraded personally, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm just carving out my brows now using some concealer. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy concealer. And just carving that brow out. So yeah, and then like taking the subway. I need y'all to understand, I don't have to take the subway. You think and even if you have to take the subway, there's nothing wrong with taking the subway. I enjoy taking the subway. I don't think you guys understand. There's so many points on this topic that like I have to address. Taking the subway. Do you guys know how freeing, or maybe you don't know. For me, one of the most appealing things about New York to me was the walkability of the city. Atlanta is not a walkable city. You cannot just walk out of your house and have a destination in mind and get there within a reasonable amount of time and walkable. There are highways, there are sidewalks that are not done correctly. Atlanta is not a walkable city. I can't go from Midtown to Buckhead on foot. I need a vehicle. I'm either gonna have to take an Uber, or I'm gonna have to drive, right? I have never lived in a walkable city my entire life. Never, until now, until I'm 30 years old. And when I tell you guys, it is so, in my personal opinion, one of the hands down greatest things that I love about New York. It's actually one of the things that I don't like about living in Dubai, is that Dubai is not walkable at all. Dubai is even less walkable than Atlanta. Like, walking, no. So when I tell y'all, I love that. I love being able to come out of my house, get on the train, go all the way across Manhattan into Brooklyn, wherever I want to go, walk from there. Like, I don't think y'all get it. And maybe some people don't get it. Maybe some people are like, that sounds like hell. Some people probably do feel like that sounds like hell. I personally love it, but I also am very lucky and blessed and live a great life that walking for me is not an inconvenience. It is a joy. I enjoy it. I like going outside, getting fresh air, and walking around. I like being able to say, damn, I want to go to CVS right quick, and walking 4 or 5 blocks. and it makes sense for me to walk. I could walk a couple blocks to a CVS in Atlanta, but I'm gonna be ducking and dodging. I'm gonna be walking on sidewalks. It's not sidewalks. Like, I'm gonna have to make a path for it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not meant for me to be walking. It's not enjoyable to walk in Atlanta versus in New York. The city is made for people to be able to commute by foot. And so I'm talking so much and not doing my makeup. Oh my God. We're going to be here for 30 years. So yeah, I really enjoy taking the subway. And people have been trying to dig, like, oh, damn, you must be going broke. The Bentley going you in the subway. Y'all, I enjoy, like, what? Anyway, I have always been this way. If you ask anyone that I've ever visited in New York, my family, every time I come, I'm like, let's take the train. And people are always like, even Tasha and Kyra, when they came with me to go apartment hunting, I'm like, let's get on the train. They're like, bitch, you don't want to Uber? I'm like, nah, I want to get on the freaking train. Like, I love taking the train. And I know it's dangerous. I'm not sitting here I'm not trying to glamorize the train. I'm just simply saying it is functional for what it is. And it creates something that I enjoy personally. I do. I really do. I can't lie. And then as far as the being a nobody, going from being a celebrity, whatever. First of all, I was never a celebrity. Never that. If the scale from celebrity is A to Z, I am a negative 100. However, we're not going to play dumb as if there was not some sort of social status, whatever you want to call it, cool. That does not appeal to me. The fact that someone even said that to me, and not even just someone, multiple people said that to me, shows me that would be valuable to you. That does not appeal or entice or is not of value to me. I think that people really forget that I did not start my channel to be an influencer, to be famous. Like, nowadays things are different. People truly come into this like, I want to be a content creator, I want to be popular, I want to be famous, I want to have followers. I want it, right? I didn't come into this wanting all of that. I literally was just trying to find some girls who like makeup and talk. I just wanted some friends, bitch. I was lonely, okay? And so the whole being famous thing, never liked it. Never appealed. I absolutely love and adore having so many beautiful and amazing and kind supporters all across the world. Y'all are amazing and I love meeting you. But I would be lying if I said that I liked that people... How can I explain this? Hold on, let me curl my eyebrow. Okay, wow. I haven't done my eyebrows in so long. So, like, I absolutely adore having my supporters. But the feeling of, like, with this, people, like, put you on a pedestal and stuff. And to me, I just don't like that. I don't think... How can I explain this, like, to make it make sense to y'all? Anyways, just back to the whole, you're a celebrity in Atlanta and now you're a nobody. Good, that's what I wanted. If you ask anybody who knows me, the number one thing that I tell people that I absolutely despise about being a creator or making YouTube videos or whatever you want to call this job, career thing, I don't like how weird everybody you got some followers. Like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not nobody special. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. Now, if you want to give me my flowers for achieving something within my field, within my respective field, great. But it has crossed over into almost like this, like, not even just, oh, you're a great YouTuber, we recognize that, congratulations, like, we value we look at you very highly in this space. I think that makes sense. I think that's perfectly fine. I would do the same for singers, for anyone with a talent, or just anyone within any kind of space that does well. Bitch, if you're the best freaking bubble blower, wow, that's amazing. I couldn't hold you on a pedestal of like that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But as a person, as a being, no. And that's where things started to get weird for me. Like, I just don't like that. I'm just like you. Please don't. And you're right. In New York, I am a nobody. I get on the train. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody even like double takes. I love it. I love being a speck of dust, floating by, minding my business, and doing what I want to do when I want to do it, and going on about my business. I don't think you understand. That is probably the biggest perk of New York that I absolutely love. So you're right. I did go from being like somebody people might notice, recognize, whatever, to somebody nobody even bats an eye at. And what you don't understand is that to you, you would pick this. That's why you're saying it's a downgrade. I don't want that. I didn't want that. And I don't want that. So for me, this is not a downgrade. This makes sense for me. On my brow, on my eyes, so we can do some eyeshadow. We're gonna like do some eyeshadow. I kind of want to do like a little holiday look because I'm gonna decorate for Christmas today. So I hope that kind of like answered everything about the whole like downgrading your life to New York thing, because I got that like comment kind of a lot. Like, everyone just kind of feels like the quality of life in New York is not good. And I can understand why people would feel that way, especially if you have lived in New York, right? I feel like if you're someone who's lived in New York, like all of my family is from New York, and no one lives in New York anymore except two of my aunts, right? And they all did that because they found that the quality of life is better in the South because you get more like you can get a house, it's a slower life. It makes sense. I can understand why someone would pick that. But also all of my family decided they wanted to have families, they were having families, etc. It was better for family. I have no children. I am young, whether you feel that way or not. Oh my god, I'm gonna be 30 now. Anyways, I'm like officially grown now. But no, like I'm still very young. I have no one to be responsible for. So yeah, so like I never got to live in a major city. So I was like, whoa, I keep saying I want to do it. Why not? Why not? Like when else am I gonna do it? When I have a 4-year-old? No. So it's like, let me just go do this and let me see. And who knows? You guys could all be right. Maybe in like 3 months, I'll be like, you know what? Actually, take me back to the A. And I might just take my ass right back. But for now, like I really enjoy it. And I also think too, because I'm not there full time, so I'm not there during the winter, as obviously I'm in Dubai right now. And that's like a completely different, like not lifestyle, but just, I mean, yeah, lifestyle. It's just two completely different cities. I'm trying to open this palette. I got this Huda Beauty palette, the Empowered palette. I don't know why I be buying eyeshadow palette shop, because y'all know I don't be doing my makeup. I want to do a really pretty eyeshadow look, just something like cute and festive. So this is what the ooh, so pretty. This is what the palette looks like. I'm gonna put it up close so y'all can see. That's so stinking pretty. Is it focusing? Okay. Y'all know it's gonna be neutral. I mean, obviously all these colors are neutral, but I kind of want to do something like sparkly. But to make it clear, I absolutely love New York. I'm not a huge fan of the cold. Y'all know that, so I'm obviously not there during the winter. I will go back just for some like cute little Christmas festivities, but I don't know when. But yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get back to y'all's questions. Will you be running any more marathons? I have never ran a marathon. I've ran a half marathon, y'all, and it's a big difference between that and a marathon. I'm gonna go in with this Best Self color right here, and I'm just gonna put this all in my crease just as like a transition shade, and just to kind of like, ooh, that is so pretty. And the brush that I'm using is a Makeup by Mario EF2. I have ran my half marathon and that was great. And yeah, actually I am gonna be running another one. So I signed up for another half marathon. I'm training for that now. I don't know if I'll ever make it to like a full-blown marathon. I think that I would love to, but it's not, maybe by the end of 2025. I don't think so. I don't know, y'all. Like, I really don't know. Them 13 miles, y'all don't understand. The marathon I did took, first of all, I still don't have no toes. Like, I still don't have toenails. Like, but we'll see. So I have been running, still running. I did just do a 10K here in Dubai. That was really, really cool. I've been enjoying running. Running is definitely, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh my god, I just love running. Like when people are like, oh, when you're running, it just feels so good. No, it doesn't. I hate it sometimes, like most times. Last night I did a quick little like 3.5 mile run. That was a great run, I'm not gonna lie, and it was a personal best run for me. The fastest I've ever ran a mile, the fastest I've ever ran a 5K. Like, it was a personal best all across the board for me, and it was a great run. But I also got new shoes, so I don't know if it's because of that. But anyways, I don't even know how I got off on that tangent. Yeah, the running has been going great. I will do another half marathon. As far as a marathon goes, we'll see, girl. Up in the air. I haven't quite decided if I'm gonna like go that hard in it. Okay, the next shade that I'm gonna take is Keep Going. I'm just gonna kind of build the crease slowly but surely. I don't want the eyes super dark because I'm not going anywhere. We're literally doing decor tonight, like Christmas decor. So I don't want to do anything too crazy. But yeah, and a lot of people are asking, how did you get into running? So I don't know if y'all remember back in COVID when I was vlogging during the pandemic. I started running then. I used to do like 2-a-days runnings, which was insane, but that's how I got so skinny then. But the most I ever ran back then was 6 miles. 6 miles was always my max. That was the most I've ever ran then, and up until recently, before my half marathon. So I was running during COVID, running, no training. I just like started running. Like I literally just downloaded the Nike app and just started running. Like people are always like, how do you start? How did you start? I want to start running. How do you start? I'm not the person to ask that. I am not no expert in running. I have no credentials. I don't even have no knowledge. All I got is experience and personal experience. So if you ask me how do you start, go outside and start running. Like, that's how I got started. Maybe there's a better way. If there's any more experienced runners out there, please chime in. But If you're asking me, I literally said, you know what? I'm gonna start running. On some Forrest Gump, I felt like running. So I went and ran. And that's just what I've been doing. This one has definitely been more challenging. I'm definitely challenging myself more than I was during the pandemic. Just because obviously doing a half marathon, that's 13.2 miles or 13.1, however many it was. And that is definitely like difficult. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's so easy. Oh my God, I feel so fit. No, like I feel like I'm dying. But after I'm done, I feel amazing. Like the moment that last step is taken and I completed what I said I was gonna do, oh my God, it feels so good. So I think that that's like what keeps me going, to be completely honest with you. This is pretty. It's just so warm. Oh, I just haven't worn eyeshadow in so long, y'all. It just looks so orange to me. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with this Legacy, which is even more red brown, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this, just a little, because I don't want the eyes too dark in the outer corner. Oh, that's so pretty though. Oh my God, this is so fun. We need to do this more often. Okay, anyways, so yeah, that's how I started. But tips for running, if for everybody who's asking, girl, just start slow. And another thing, I think y'all, when y'all hear the word running, you're thinking sprinting. Pace yourself. It's a jog. It's not really a run. I mean, some people are sprinting. I'm not sprinting. My miles, my average miles, I mean, I ran a 10-minute, all my miles last night were 10 minutes. I ran 3.5 miles in 33 minutes. We get your speed on us. Anyways, no, but I'm really like hype about it. It's a personal best, like since I've been running. Like, anyways, this isn't about me. Well, actually it is, but anyways, pace yourself, go slow. So my average mile, like when I was running my half, I think was like 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes a mile or something like that. So just chill, go slow. You don't have to run. Some people like to like run and then walk, run and walk. I'm just keep my pace and jog. I don't stop normally. I stop if I have to go to the restroom or if something's wrong, but typically no. I get that question a lot. Do you stop? No. I go all the way through, take it there. It's very mentally challenging. Do you know how many runs I've cried on? Do you know how many runs I have just felt so defeated and depleted on? Like, it's very empowering. I can't lie. It does feel really good. And I know it sounds so weird because it doesn't, like, you're just like, but you're just running. But it really, challenging yourself physically and mentally like that is just so rewarding. And it's something that I can't really like describe to you. You really just like have to do it. It's really, I mean, you don't have to do that, but just anything. And it doesn't have to be with running. I'm sure you've challenged yourself in another way that you feel like, wow, I can't believe I did that. That was amazing. I feel so good. And that's just kind of like what running has been for me. And I think I'm getting older. I told you I'll turn 30 next year. Y'all take care of yourselves. Make sure your heart is good. Okay, because we be in here trying to have the big booties and all the squatting. And baby, how is your heart? How is your heart? So yeah, I went and got a whole bunch of blood work done, like a whole full body physical. I talked about this in my vlog, but then y'all know my sound completely cut out, so I took y'all with me and everything. Doesn't matter. So I went to the doctor here in Dubai because their healthcare, preventative healthcare, is just so much better than in the States. Let's talk about that for a quick second. This is so pretty. I want to go in with that shimmery color. I'm so nervous because I know once I put shimmer on, I start to like so much, but fuck it. We haven't done any makeup in a long time. So I'm going into Bold Moves, and we're going to put this on the lid. But yeah, so I went to the doctor here in Dubai because I wanted to get a full, just like physical done. Like I wanted blood work. I wanted to get like a full physical, my women's wellness check, like a PAP, all that jazz, right? So everything I just said, I got all my blood taken. So I got an entire blood draw workup, everything, top to bottom, hormones, everything in a blood work, right? I got a full-blown pap smear. I got an EKG on my heart. I got an ultrasound of the breasts, a mammogram. What else did I get? A urine test. Yeah, you hear all that. Y'all know how much I paid out of pocket for that? 450 USD. 450 USD. That's for the doctor's appointment, for all of the lab work, for everything. All in. 450 United States dollars. America could never. Are you kidding? Then get this. Not only did I do that, I got all of that done in one appointment. My appointment was at 12. Guess what time I got home? 1:45 p.m. All of that in an hour and 30 minutes. In one place. All I had to do, get this too, this is where it gets even better. I don't know if maybe I'm ignorant, but in my experience in the US, if I've ever needed like blood work or just anything done like that, I had to have a doctor write me up like a referral in a sense to get the lab work done. I couldn't just contact a doctor and say, I want to get this done, which is crazy. And then if you want like EKGs and like ultrasounds and things like that, you have to have a reference from your primary care physician, right? No, you don't have to do that here. You can literally say, I want to do it for preventative measures. I want to do preventative care. I just want to make sure everything's right. And they're like, great, totally, let's do it. Yeah, girl, it was so easy. This is kind of ugly now. Let me not say that. Y'all know I be getting like a little nervous. It's just so much for me. I haven't done this in so long. So yeah, so I did that, and I just wanted to do it just obviously, like I said, for preventative purposes, and also just because I know the healthcare is really good here. But also because you guys know my breakouts that have been happening all along my jaw and like on my face, and everyone's been like, yeah, everyone, it's hormonal. Like the areas that I've been experiencing it have been hormonal. And I've been getting, so I've been a hairy girl, okay? I've always had a little mustache. I've always had a little whisker or two, right? But girl, the hairs on my chin have been going crazy. It's giving beard. It's giving fully bearded woman. And I was like, what's going on? So that's when I really was like, damn, maybe them hormones is really out of whack, right? No, got my stuff back. Hormones normal. I said, well, goddamn, I'm just hairy and breaking out. That's all it is. There were some other concerns, not concerns. I ain't trying to scare nobody. Let me not even say that. There were some stuff that wasn't how it should be, like with my blood work and things like that. But that's nothing. That's another conversation for another day. Nothing to be worried about. I'm perfectly fine. Please, I'm not trying to be dramatic and have folks worried. It is not like that. But I also don't want to sit here and paint it as if everything came back like, oh, I'm the preem crop of health. Nah. But anyways. Okay, that's cute, right? Cute. Okay, I'm gonna tightline my eyes. I'm using this, this is Gwen Stefani's makeup line. This is her black eyeliner. But yeah, so I did that, and that was cool. And yeah, I just, it's crazy how different healthcare is in other countries versus like in the States. Even with my insurance in the States, I don't think I could have got all that done for that price. I do have lash extensions on, by the way. I mean, barely. They're pretty falling out now, but should I do some eyeliner? I was kind of wanting to do like a little baby wing, like a brown one. Let's do that. This is the Lawless Easy Eyes Ultra Precise liner in the shade Cocoa. So we'll put this on. Oh, that's cute. Just a little baby wing. Just wait till y'all see the outfit we're gonna put on later. I decided to be like really extra and festive for just decorating the house for Christmas. Why did you decide to live in 2 different places? Okay, I got this question a lot too. Okay, we're also gonna move into like primer and stuff. I put my moisturizer on already. I'm gonna do the One Size Secure the Blur Magnet Primer. I ain't never used this before. We gonna see. Hopefully it don't have us dry. There are so many factors to that, but ones that I feel comfortable sharing are, it's just something to do. It's for the plot. Again, I'm young, I have no kids. And I think that in the States, it's really, for some reason, like, not even for some reason, we know why, but it's almost seems like to everyone, they're just like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like, you living in another country. Whereas like everywhere else in the world, like people do this every day. And it's like how we would move to Florida. You know what I mean? I've always been very like quick to move, cool with moving, like starting over, starting fresh, like never really been a big deal for me. Y'all know I went from Florida to Texas to where did I go, girl? Georgia to New York. Like moving just really doesn't like faze me like that. I've always kind of been very like nomadic, if you will. I mean, not really, because I was in Atlanta for a long time, but, and then I'm going in with the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundations. I have one in the shade Barcelona and one in the shade Tahoe. Why did we ever stop using this foundation? Maybe y'all didn't, but this foundation, I used it the other day and I was like, damn, why did I ever stop? It's so good. So I'm gonna put Barcelona like in the center of my face and then Tahoe kind of like on the outsides of my face. But yeah, no, so living in another country, I think it was just like something, a cool experience to have. And just to like see more of like what's out there. Y'all know I love traveling too, but it's very different like living somewhere versus like just visiting, you know, like on vacation. So that's a factor. And then obviously, girl, Dubai is great for like tax purposes. Not being from the States, it's not that great, but it's still a tax cut. So that's always nice. Dubai is cool. I like living here. It's very safe. It's very, there's lots to do like all the time. So much like food and really cool restaurants. Girls, it's always something to do. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. Just tap this out. So yeah, it's been a cool experience so far. I definitely could see myself living in another country too. Like, just kind of hop all around, to be honest. Just kind of get some more experience. Again, like I said, until like I settle down and like start a family, I would really just like to get as much worldly experiences as possible. I feel like I did a lot in Atlanta, and I feel like, and by did a lot, I mean like I got my experience there. But when I started traveling, I just like realized there is so much more like going on, and just so much other things like in other places. I don't know how to really explain it, but do y'all see how pretty, like just pretty this foundation is? The finish on it, it's not matte, but it's not like super dewy shiny either. It's like really pretty. But yeah, I could definitely see myself living in another country, like other than Dubai as well. I actually don't really know how long Dubai will be. Dubai is great, but the air quality here isn't necessarily the best. You know, I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far, for sure. But I would definitely live in another country as well. We'll see how that goes. Worldwide. Turn my lights up a little brighter. The sun's going down, y'all. Sorry. Okay. Growing pains. Change is scary, but you did it. What did that look like for you? Change is definitely very scary, especially the older you get, the scarier it seems, in my opinion, because you're probably a bit more settled in your life. You've kind of established things for yourself. So the idea of like dropping it to go do something else seems like nuts. I'm putting the NARS concealer on, by the way. This is in the shade Praline. Yeah. And I think that that's normal. For me, the transition, I haven't really like, the most pains that I experienced was just more so just inconveniences of moving. But actual like growing pains, I feel like I didn't really experience until this go around. And that's because this is probably like the most like far I've been, like for the longest amount of time. So like I'm really transitioning into like living here, right? And I think that my situation is even more unique because of being in another country. But not only am I in another country, the time difference is insane. So like speaking to my friends and family is not just, I can't just like, oh, I really want to talk to somebody right now, text and call, girl, it's 2 a.m. over there. You know what I mean? So that definitely is a bit strenuous. Is that the word I'm looking for? And that's a bit more difficult than what I was anticipating, especially because I'm naturally a very distant person from people. Anyways, I'm not really a talk on the phone. I'm not really a texter. Like I don't communicate with people in my life often, like ever, right? So I didn't even think that would even be a thing for me. But it's different when you're choosing, or not even necessarily choosing, but yeah, it's different when you're like choosing to not necessarily speak to people and when you can't speak to people. Do you get what I'm saying? So that has definitely been an adjustment for me, for sure. It's definitely not easy. It's getting easier. It wasn't like I don't even want to say in the beginning, but yeah, so that was an adjustment for sure. I would say that that's probably the biggest growing pain for me, is just like adjusting to the fact that majority of my community is in the West. So yeah, it's just different. Like time, it's really the time difference, if I'm being honest with you. Like when I'm up and scrolling and canoodling, everybody's asleep. Or they're awake but they're busy. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm 9 hours ahead of y'all. Like I'm 9 hours ahead of the East Coast, and if you're on the West Coast, girl, please, we was never gonna speak. So that's always fun. I'm putting a little bit more concealer right here. Okay. This is a cute question. I want to be a content creator, but how do you get over being judged all the time? Girl, my biggest piece of advice, if you want to, how to not be judged. I feel like the new content creators, the new girls, I feel like they have a great grip on this because they know why they're doing this. They have not lost sight of the goal. So like they're doing, in my opinion, an amazing job. I'm gonna say that you need to view your platform, your life, girl, you a sim. I say this all the time. You're not a real person. These people talking to you, you're not real. You're a sim. Just like earlier when I was talking about how people project onto me who they want me to be, how they want me to be, how they want my channel to operate. I'm a sim. I'm not a person to them. I'm not a human. You're not a human. You're not a person. You literally are a sim. Like, And when the Sims start doing weird shit, people be like, why is the Sim doing this? I want the Sim to do this. That's what you are. People are watching you like they play Sims. Like, I'm serious. And girl, you with time, I wasn't gonna say you don't care, because that's not true. But with time, it just is what it is. Like, where's my brush that I do my bronzer with? Boo. Maybe I'll do it with this. That's fine. I'm taking the Say cream bronzer. I love this. This is in the shade Tan Bronze. It's a little dark for me right now, but it should be fine if I just use a light hand. But yeah, girl, like, you just can't let it bother you to that degree. You have to understand that. This is why I say I feel like the new girls do a really good job with this, because when they say they're content creators, they are content creators. They have a complete separation of life and content. They curate content, right? So when you are commenting on their content, they don't give a fuck, girl. They're like, yeah, comment on it, engage with it, please. Boost my numbers. You got to look at it like that. That's just how you got to look at it. You have to be a bit more, there just has to be a separation. It just is what it is. And I know that sucks to say, like, you're not a person. That sounds so crazy, but you're just not a person online. You know what I mean? You're like an entity. Like, you truly are. And that's why people talk to you the way that they do. I need y'all to understand something. The way that people comment on your platform, they would never, and I'm going to be so serious. I've watched it happen with my own eyes. I've watched a girl be fanned out in my face and then get online and talk crazy. So please understand that, like, there is something that happens in people's brains when they see you on a screen that computes to not real. You're a Sim. Like, I don't know how else to put it. So it doesn't matter. Like, them judging you or whatever, girl, you're a Sim. Like, it's okay. Just let them do it. If anything, it's probably better for your page and all of this. This is what the new girls have figured out. They're like, oh, if people want to talk about me, at least it's gonna drive traction. They'll get paid. You just have to let it be. Like, at this point, there is no just sharing your hobby online anymore. Either you're a public figure or you're not, right? And so you just have to, like, let it rock. Like, you can't stop. You can't control other people. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. The next question is, please tell me why we're not getting apartment tours and you're blocking out your windows. Okay. There's so many layers to this. Number one, you should block out your windows anyways. You really should. You shouldn't let people see out of your windows if it is signifying to where you live. That's just internet smarts. The internet has gone so crazy. Be smart. It just is what it is. Especially in New York City, since I moved. I'm not, like, in a residential neighborhood. Like, I live in New York. So if somebody sees out your window, they will know where you live. And New York is just a whole nother ballgame when it comes to just safety and crime and everything, right? No, thank you. I'm not trying it. I'm going to be using the YSL powder to set my under eyes and everywhere that we put concealer. Want a little powder puff. Tapping off the excess. So yeah, that's just number one. You should never do that. Number two, I don't really understand why anybody ever expected a tour from me. I have done one apartment tour in my entire YouTube career. When I moved into my house in Atlanta, I told you I was not doing a tour. I don't even understand why anybody thought I was ever going to do a New York tour. So nothing happened for me to not be doing a tour. But what did start happening was people really started to enjoy posting my address online in all locations, including here. Like, people just started getting really, really strange. And to this is all I have to say. It's one thing if you want to gossip about somebody, by all means, like, talk to your shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, well, questionable. But you can do that all day long. But I need people to remember, you are not the only one with access to a computer. And when you're exposing where people live, anybody can get their hands on that information. And people might not just be using it to, this powder look crazy right now. Is it sparkly? What's going on? Oh, Tasha did tell me they changed the damn formula. Too late now, it's on my face. You don't know who's getting access to that, right? And that can just spiral into a whole nother thing, and we will talk about that in a second. But I was never gonna do an apartment tour. Like, nothing could have ever happened to me, and I would never do an apartment tour. That's just, again, another part of my life that I am not willing to trade for money. I know a lot of people, especially on TikTok, the girls love to do apartment tours, especially in New York, and I say more power to you. For me, that trade-off just personally is not worth it. I also think that the investment that people have into TikTokers versus YouTubers is completely different, and I think that, yeah, maybe because obviously we vlogged for a whole hour. Oh my God, I picked up so much. Anyways, so yeah, girl, no tour. But nothing like happened for me to not be doing a tour per se. It never would have happened. Although things did start to get really fucking weird. So while we're on the topic of you just simply should not share people's addresses, let's go into a little mini story time. I don't know if I'm going to do a full story time on this, but I would like to introduce you guys to Thomasina. This woman here is Thomasina. I actually posted her on my Instagram, and I called her batshit crazy, and everyone was up in arms about how I need to be politically correct and have more respect for people with mental health issues. Let me tell you something right now. This woman don't get no respect, no credibility, no kindness, no nothing from me. All right? Someone who is, what's a good word? You know what? Let's just use the word attacking. Someone who is attacking me legally, physically. Okay, she doesn't attack me physically, but she gets nothing from me, and that's why I'm blasting her ass on here. Y'all know I usually don't put y'all in my personal business ever at any point in any time, but since Miss Thomasina wants to continue to stalk me publicly, she is bold enough to come to my home multiple times. Fuck it, that's how I feel about it. So when you're asking me to be politically correct about this, no, I won't be. And if that makes you uncomfortable, you don't want to follow me, by all means. Why y'all not asking her to be kind and respectful to me? I'm a victim of someone being absolutely insane. Well, she's clearly sane because she knows what she's doing, but someone is quite literally attacking me, and I'm being told to be respectful to her. Girl, please. Anyways, and y'all don't ever see me like this because I'm very kind, because people usually don't be trying me. Y'all be trying me online, but again, that's not real. Again, like I said, smiley in the face, trying it online. So y'all don't really see this side of me, but this woman gets all my then. So just to make a story really cute and short, I'm going in with this Pat McGrath powder, by the way. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on the face before we finish up. We're almost done here, and before I go in with some bronzer. This isn't actually a bronzer, this is a Rare Beauty face powder, but it's a little bit dark for me right now, so we're gonna use it like bronzer. That's what she looks like. This is in the shade Golden Tan. So yeah, this is why when you see people, it's so funny. Like, when I decided, oh, I'm gonna blur out my windows, y'all coming on here with the most trivial reasons. I have people cursing me out in my comments. Don't nobody give a fuck about a man that much. You wanna blur out your windows? Oh, brother, this guy stinks. No, and I don't want you to know where I live. It is quite simple. And I am so sorry for my language, but honestly, I let people talk to me crazy all day long. Meanwhile, I'm blurring out the glass so that you don't know where I live, because I have a woman who's quite literally stalking me. So anyways, sorry, I don't like being angry, but my therapist usually gets this instead of you guys. But yeah, so back to Thomasina ass. This woman, like I said, has committed multiple crimes against me, including fraud, identity theft, breaking and entering, trespassing, stalking, harassment, the list goes on. And I haven't done, well, it's not that I haven't done, I have contacted the police. I am in works with the police. But this is the thing about why this shit is so annoying, because what can I say here? The police are of minimal help in certain areas. And you know what, Thomasina, if you comment down below like you normally do, I'll let your comments stay public. I usually delete all her shit because she's crazy. But you know what? Just so people can see exactly who you are, I will let it fly if you comment today on this here video. Yeah, so Thomasina has been to my home multiple times. Thomasina has even brought a locksmith to my home to try to break in. She's very creative. And so with that being said, if you ever are questioning why I'm moving a certain way on this here internet, please don't. Please know that I am not inflated in my head about who I think I am or any of this. I I have very real reason to be concerned about my safety, about my whereabouts, and about the people who are around me, because people are weird. People do what Thomasina is doing. So yeah, that's enough talk about Thomasina. If anybody knows her personally, please let me know. That's what happened, because a bunch of people were asking me like, oh, did something happen for me to like be a bit more protective? No, that, and again, that happened a bit afterwards. Like, well, not really. My addresses were getting leaked, and that's why I stopped like being a lot more just intentional about where I was posting and what I was doing. I'm using this Tatcha Dewy Skin Spray. And then this is the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Mist. This, girl, your face is gonna be plastered on, okay? Such a pretty lip liner. If you're like around my complexion, this is like the perfect like nude that's not too dark but not too light. Then I'm gonna go in with Max Myth. Y'all, they done changed it. This is not what Myth used to be white. Where is white Myth? This is like a peachy nude. That ain't Myth. I don't know what Mac did with her. Bring her back. Yeah, I'm gonna do my CoverGirl Yummy Plumper. This is in the shade It's Gold Outside. That's cute. Pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go fix my hair, because look at this. What the heck? I'm gonna go fix my hair and put my clothes on, and I'll be right back, and then we can finish talking. I feel like the end of this video got so sad and negative, but y'all, it's my reality. Y'all want to know what's going on with me? Bitches is stalking me and shit. That's what the fuck is going on. People keep messing with me. That's what's going on, and I don't do nothing. This is the thing. I don't do nothing to nobody, and y'all know I don't be doing nothing to nobody. Anyways, I'm gonna go get myself together. I'll be right back. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm all dressed now. I told you I was being really extra to decorate my tree. Yeah, you know, I was just feeling the festive vibes. How cute is this? This is from Naked Wardrobe. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you should, because I shared this, I'm pretty sure, there. So yeah, you guys, that's just kind of what's been going on. I just wanted to answer a couple of your little questions and just sit and talk with you guys for a bit. Oh, excuse me. Just sit and talk with you guys for a bit. I definitely want to do more sit down videos. I'm gonna fix the lighting and make sure that the quality and everything is here, because I can't tell. I really think this looks crazy. Fingers crossed. If there are any camera folks out there, help me. But anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'm really excited to be making more content for you guys. I'm so excited for the holiday season. Ah! It's Christmas. It's a season of giving. So anyways, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this one was like all over the place, girl. We went from being so happy. We didn't cry. We didn't cry. That's a new one for me. I didn't cry in a chit chat. Who am I? Anyways, no, but for real, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Again, sorry for getting a little snappy at the end, y'all, but when people are just like really like, it's been a struggle. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe I'll do a full story time on that situation. She got me messed up. I'm so sorry. Like, whenever I do the story time top to bottom and y'all hear. Anyways, so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to do more sit downs. I'm gonna get this camera situation fixed and figured out, because hopefully this look okay, because this look crazy. What I'm looking at over there looks crazy. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.